What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. So, I started a new class last night, which makes sense since I passed the last one. I'll be in school for quite a while yet. So, started a new class, new teacher, and all new students. Up to this point, I've had the same teacher and all the same students. Now it's made a change, and this new teacher is the opposite of the last one. Which is already, it's cool. Nothing there. I've already made the adjustments. The students seem quite a bit different as well. But I've remained my standoffish, antisocial self. They really blew my mind last night, though. They really blew my mind. I'm sitting there in class. Only about 30 minutes into it. The dude to my left, he starts... I shoot him a couple looks over. I surely don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say nothing in my voice. I'm trying to say something with my face. He won't really look at me. He's just... After a while, I'm starting to... It's getting to me. It's not affecting anybody else, though. And I'm like, man, no one else notices. And right at that moment, from the very front row, I start hearing someone... Oh, I even got a pop out. Damn, that was perfect. Popping their knuckles. All of them. In this little one. Snap, snap, snap. Snap, snap, snap. Whole 9. Snap, crackle, and pop. Still doing that. Then, I shit you not, you start getting... Someone grabs himself a tape measure. And then you're getting all kinds of action. Where are we? It was weird that they were all doing that. And I was the only one that was noticing. And I'm in the back of the class, and they have a row... Just one seat and one table shot. So you can't really get a neighbor, which I thought was cool. So boom, I'm right there. I'm hugging the wall. I'm looking around. No one's tripping on this shit. It felt like the blue man. I thought the dudes that all painted blue were going to come walking in, banging trash cans together. I finally just got up and walked out, went to the bathroom. I was there for a while too. I was like, man, and when I came back in, it was just down to this. He's still doing it, just... It simmered down a tiny bit. But I mean, man, is he gonna do that every class? Is that how he deals with his anxiety? Or I mean, what is? He's just, I'm gonna get there first. I'm just remove all the pins off his table or something, or just get thick skin. And be like, whatever. I don't know, man. Do things bother you more than they used to, or what? Or just people just do shit they never used to do? Who knows? When I was 18, county jail. Oh, let me say this: Antelope Valley. Antelope Valley is half LA and half Kern County. So depending on where you're at, when you get busted, you might end up in LA County or you might end up in Kern County jail. When I was 18, I first started going to jail. There was another 18-year-old dude my age. He just started going to jail too. I'd been to jail 2-3 times, and so had he. In fact, every time I went to jail, there he was. And remained that way for well over a decade. I would constantly see this dude. In the early years, my bad. I totally fucked up. Should I start all over? Mr. Truck. It was awesome seeing you today at Walmart, brother. I love the Point of View crew, but I especially love the Point of View crew from Bakersfield, my hometown. So, Mr. Truck, good seeing you, brother. And Big M, thank you for this hat. It's dope. I don't know if you guys could tell. It's got a hippopotamus on it. Cool hat, Big M. And Mr. Truck, shout out to you, brothers. So, where was I at? Man, that really threw me off because I forgot to say... What's up to the homeboys of the fellas? Good thing I remembered. I'm in kind of jail with this dude. We're both 18. We don't really like each other. He was from Antelope Valley, and he'd always say, I'm from LA. I'm from LA. He'd always say that. And I'd say, dude, how come you're not in LA County Jail? Why are you in Kern County Jail, man? What are you doing out of county? I would just talk shit to him. He would talk shit to me. He had a weird way of standing, too. I'm so tempted to show it to you guys. I know you've seen it. It's when they lock their knees and do these little steps and, like, flex. He'd always be doing that stance. Since from LA, acting all tough. We did not like each other at all. He had a tooth. It was dead. He said he got on a motorcycle and he ran into some barbed wire or something. It hit the tooth. I mean, he was telling all kinds of lies. Who knows how it happened. But he had a dead tooth. It was black. And he didn't like it until he was insecure and self-conscious about it. And then he comes back, kind of jealous. Seen him later and it was out. But he had a big fantastical story about how he fought 5 dudes. And one of them got a lucky punch before he beat them all up and knocked that tooth out. I'm like, dude, last couple times I've seen you in here, you talked about how you couldn't wait to get that tooth out. You finally hit the streets, got it removed. Come back and you want to play it off like you got knocked it out. You got knocked out. Stop it. Stop it. So we did not like each other. We talked shit. Almost got in a fight a couple times. Never did, though. Over the years, We ended up becoming close, become friends. As we got older, started going to prison, we went to county jail. I respect him, he's a good dude, respect me, we got close. Matter of fact, when I got jumped over that bad call and they moved me from H4 to H5, he slept next to me, he's my neighbor. And at this point, he was AVS. He'd become Antelope Valley skinhead. He's a solid dude, does level 4 time. So I show up there, I'm like, what's up, brother? I just got jumped over a bad call. He's a skinhead. I was talking to Bakersfield Woods. I knew it was going to be all cool. They're going to have to shoot a kite to H4 and get it figured out. I wasn't in trouble. It was a bad call. But I was telling him, no, dude, no, it was a bad call. He's like, yeah, whatever, dude. But it was a good call and you're in trouble. I got your back, brother. I get the skinheads to ride against you. The Woods ain't going to jump you. Don't worry about it. I'm like, dude, I appreciate that. I'm telling you it was a bad call, even if it wasn't. I mean, I appreciate you having my back, but I'll be able to handle it myself. I'm going to get with the Bakersfield car, get this shit squashed, which is what I did. But I had a broken nose, too. And he kept bugging me to fix it. He was obsessed with it. Like, the first 2 days, kept saying, dude, let me straighten your nose, let me straighten your nose. I'm like, dude, I don't want your dick beaters on my snot box, homeboy. No, the last thing I want is you sitting there fishing around in my face, dude. I'm going to leave it. What's the big deal? No, you got to straighten it. No, I left it. Who cares? Might be a little cricket. Give a damn. But he was the one who was in trouble. I could tell. I could tell right away when I got there this fool was in trouble. He's acting real sketchy. How you can tell when someone's in trouble is when new people get there. When they start bringing new people in, this fool will go over to his bunk and he'd be like, what's up, Bill? Hey, who's that tall guy? Ask that tall guy what his name is. See if his name's Phil. Ask if he wants to make a deal. Sketchy. And on the yard, too. Just want to sit in one little area. You can just tell. You have a sixth sense for shit after a while after doing time. I even jammed him up. Hey, homeboy, what's wrong? You're acting a little bit sketchy. I can tell you're in trouble. He's like, yeah, I got an issue coming. Homeboys want to get me. I was like, well, what happened? He said he read some kites. Someone gave him some kites. He got to where he was going. Before he had a chance to hand them off, he opened them up, got nosy and read them. He's a liar, though. I found it. Yeah, I didn't believe when he said that, and then it became true because I know what happened later had nothing to do with kites. But no, you're not going to be able to read no kites. They booby trap those things. I feel sorry for you if you think you're going to take a kite, open it, because you're not going to be able to rewrap it. I'm telling you, booby trap. They put the lines, the stickers, all kinds of things. You cannot open up a kite. So he said that while he was in trouble. I did not believe him. Sure enough, he ended up rolling it up at Delano level 4 with my homeboy Nick Brimage. Nick told me about it. They were on the yard together. Yard recall, this AVS skinhead I'm talking about. Well, not no more. AVS no longer recognizes him. But when he was active, he was a solid-ass dude, AVS. Him and Nick Brimage, both Kern County homeboys, were walking the yard. Yard recall. They go back in the building, and the dude tells Nick, hang on, I go to get my long sleeve shirt, my thermal. I go to grab my shirt. And he goes back into the yard, and they never see him again. That's when he rolled it up. But he's a dude that gave me the idea for this tattoo as well. Because that time when I got jumped over the back hall, and I see him in H5, he had a tattoo right here. And I thought, man, I want to get tattooed. It took me like 2 years to find this pattern. To me, it had to be the perfect pattern. I feel like that's the perfect pattern for this box. It has like a little thing to it. Homeboy Mason from Taft. I really had to talk him out of this, too. I was looking at his art and stuff, and he had this with his girlfriend's name. He was going to get tattooed on his back. I was like, no, dude, you got to give me that pattern. That's cool. I got to take it. He's like, no, brother, I wanted it. I was like, dude, I've been looking for 2 years for this pattern. It's mine. Be that as it may. Who else, man? So I was in D1. During a violation, I meet this youngster. He's from AVS. Solid youngster. I could tell right away that he was so schooled, and this was his first term, too. I knew that he had a bunch of convicts in his family, or he was raised in a neighborhood where there's a lot of convicts. You just tell when someone comes in that they've been schooled on the streets or not. Or they're just coming to prison, or just now getting around the game and how it's ran inside the pen. Because a lot of places, like Oildale, they run Oildale like the pen. So if you're a youngster from Oildale and you're running the streets, when you go to prison, you're going to know what time it is. So that's what was up with this kid. Totally knew what time it was. I liked him. He was a good youngster. Hung out for a while. He never did tell me what he got busted for, how much time he was doing. Because that's, you don't always say, hey, how much time are you doing, dog? Sometimes it'll come out in conversation, sometimes it won't. It didn't come out until he got his bag, Pelican Bay level 4, and I knew it was his first term. I'm like, damn, dog, going to Pelican Bay level 4 your first term? He's like, well, I'm doing life, got a murder. I was like, what? And he was young, he's like 20 years old. It tripped me out. I felt really bad for him. And I realized he's doing life, never getting out. Come to find out, what happened was, him and his homeboy killed his mom's boyfriend, and they all got caught. See, you cannot get away with those kind of hits anymore. You can't. Not with DNA the way it is. Not with cameras. Not with cell phone towers. It's like even if someone were to come in my neighborhood and just whack somebody, what first thing they're going to do is going to pull the cameras from all the stores and look at all the cars came in the neighborhood. You know how DNA is. You can fucking sneeze 2 miles away to get your nose hair. And then you made a call 3 days ago. They picked up on the cell phone tower. You called so-and-so. I mean, I'm obsessed with murder mysteries. I just watch those all day long. And every single one of them is how someone whacked someone and got caught. It's like very difficult to get away with these days. And I felt bad for that dude. I found out he was doing life because he was so young. One of the homeboys, he's hanging out with some chick. And she tells him, hey, I want you to murk this dude. He goes, all right. Kills him. Shoots him in the face with a shotgun. Then he throws him into a toolbox. And he welded the toolbox shut. One of them long toolbox was in the back of a truck. Threw it into the river. Well, this tripped homegirl out. She did say, I want you to get rid of dude, but she was, she was a joke. She wasn't serious. And when she noticed that dude was missing, was no longer around, it tripped her out. She's like, man, I know I told you to get rid of dude, but like, I didn't think you were going to do it. So now she was scared of that dude. She turned him in, but didn't have a body. What ended up happening, though, eventually, that dude who was in the river in that toolbox, dead, his gases in his stomach blew up, made it to the point where that whole toolbox floated to the surface. And they were able to fish it out. They seen it, pulled the dude out, busted homeboy for that murder that shot him. Yeah, homeboy totally, that chick totally set him, asked him to do it, and they got tripped out when he did it, and then turned him in. Yeah, but tripped how it floated to the top, though, huh? Damn, I heard homeboy was complaining in prison later on, telling people, damn, I knew I should have stabbed his stomach to get those gases out. Yikes. That's some information I would not have known. I would not have think, oh shit, time to stab the stomach to get the gases out. Call me naive. I'm just, hey man, I don't know that type of shit. I don't want to know that type of shit. I'm a simple man. Be that as it may. Trip on this. I meet this dude in county jail. He's from ABS. His face totally blasted back. Good dude. We got off on the wrong foot though, because right away I noticed what he was trying to do. There was this youngster, not really a youngster, but this youngster that came over from the male minimum, came over to where we were at in D-Pod, and he had some stitches, because he'd gotten either jumped or beat up or a fight. We didn't know the details. He'd obviously gotten in a fight. He had stitches. No story came with them. He wasn't bringing no kite with him like, hey, here's the homeboy said. Usually that will happen. If you get in a fight, the homeboys ride a kite, take it with you. Next place you're going, they know what happened. So you're not just showing up with stitches. That's what happened to do. He showed up with stitches, but he had a Vicodin prescription to give him Vicodin. So this skinhead from ABS was starting to put the pressure on him. I'm going to try to pressure him for the pills. And I caught wind of it. Had I not, I wish I didn't even know about it. But since I didn't know about it, I had to say something. Kind of like a heart check on me, because if I didn't, I look totally weak. I'm a Wood. It's like a little youngster Wood, and it's skinhead. A couple cells down to pressure him. I have to step in as a Wood. Not have to, but if I have heart, if I'm represented, step in, tell the skinhead, hey, back up off the little youngster Wood. We're find out what happened to him over there on the farm. But in the meantime, back up. He can't be getting his Vicodins, dude. So we bumped heads a little bit. No, I came at him respectfully, and he appreciated it. He backed up off the pills, and after that, him and I got real close. Turned out to be a real good dude. Him and I stayed there, did our county jail time for a while. Then we went to Wasco at about the same time. We were going to get out about the same time. Run amok. We exchanged some numbers. He beat me out by about 2 weeks. I was going to get out a couple weeks later. We're going to hook up. But he gets out and gets caught with a gun. Gets 6 years. He was only out like a week. I got out, I called, and I heard that. I was like, man, I felt so bad for him. That's the ultimate worst when you're doing time, and you get out, and then you go right back. No one wants that. I've always been able to make at least 90 days. Even I get out, and I start scouring, and I start kicking up dust, and I start doing dirt right away. But I've never gone right back. And that's always been my fear. Like, damn, you don't want to get out and just go right back. Here's this, okay. I hung out with this chick one night. All night I hung out with her. I woke up in the morning, she's gone. She had wrote a letter and put it in my shoe, but I didn't know that. And I put the shoe on, and I was walking around, and all day I was like, damn, what's wrong with my foot? My foot feels swollen and tender. I don't know what's going on. And that night I took my shoe off. I went, what the hell is this? There's a letter in my shoe. Like, damn, it's not my shoe. My foot hurt. That chick had wrote me a letter. I read it. She had a boyfriend. I didn't know that. So she went and told him about me. I guess she liked me. I don't know. She told him about me, but she did not tell me about him. He's mad, looking for me. I have no idea. Finally, he sees my car, even knows what kind of car I have. Sees me in oil down, comes pushing up in his pad, trying to rush me. But the people whose house it is, like, break it up. And like, no, I ain't gonna go down here. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Well, let me start talking shit. And I leave, get my car, and he left. I start calling around, asking about him. I'm like, what? Oh, it's that chick's boyfriend? What? So we're talking shit, and both of us, him and I, end up getting busted. Then about a week, maybe 2 later. I mean, I get busted for my own trip, he gets busted for his own trip. In the process of us trying to hook up, and we're gonna fight. We didn't like each other. He didn't like me because I missed his girlfriend, but I know his old lady. I didn't like him because he rushed that pad. I was at an oil dell, trying to get me. So anyway, we both get busted. We're both doing time. We're gonna do about 6 months. We're both gonna see each other. I know what prison he's at. He knows what prison I'm at. I'm telling people I'm gonna get out and smash me, saying the same about me. Then he beats me out by about a week or so, and then gets busted. Catches 2 years. He was only out about 3 days. I felt bad for him. Of course I did. Yeah, I felt bad for him. I'd rather, no. I was gonna say I'd rather he had stayed out and we fought and I got my ass kicked, but fuck that. I'm like, no, Splinter, why would you say that? I would never sacrifice getting my ass kicked so motherfucker stay out. But I almost feel that bad for him. Because I know how fucking must be treacherous to do your time. Think about it, do your time, you can't wait to get out. Oh my gosh, can't wait to get out. You get out and you're on the streets and boom, busted right back in. Whoa, damn it. Then I was like, yeah, motherfucker, you got busted because you were scared to get these hands. You're running from me, you turned yourself in. Nah, it's playing. Anyways, and that dude ended up getting stabbed later on a weird little story. And the dude that stabbed him had a perfect opportunity. Him and I bumped heads too. He pushed up on me this pad. Someone had accused me of stealing these woofers and this air compressor. So they sent him to come get me. And I got the woofers and air compressor right here. And he walks in, he's like, hey, did you steal some woofers and air compressor? I go, no. But there they are right there. I'm like, no. He was going to steal them? And I go, no. But I mean, there they were. He should have said, dude, then what the fuck? And he goes, all right, and left. What the hell? J-Cat. That dude who left ended up stabbing the dude who had the girlfriend. And blah, blah, blah. Anyways, be that as it may, there's this other Geno, skinhead from Lancaster. A skinhead from Antelope Valley. But he's not an AVS. He's not Antelope Valley skinhead, but he's skinhead from Antelope Valley. I don't know what clique or whatever. Good dude, though. Named Trouble, he caught us shooting, attached me. Shot someone in the neck. They lived, so he got 8 years for attempted murder, but he got 20 years of gun enhancement. Got 28 years, 80%. We kicked it county jail A Potter for about 90 days, all summer together. Him, that's when Axel was there. Bunch of good dudes. So many good stories involving Trouble and all the crazy ass stuff that happened in A Pot that summer. But one thing that happened, there was a dude. He stole a honey bun. Someone had put a honey bun on the table in the day room. Trouble and I were upstairs drinking wine with other people. This dude, no one's really paying attention. He goes over to that table and takes a honey bun, goes back to his cell and eats it, and then throws the honey bun wrapper in the toilet. And goes to flush it. Thing is, though, the toilet's flushed like on a timer. You only get so many flushes. If you flush it, then flush it right away, you have to wait like a half hour. Or, like, if you flush it twice within 5 minutes, you have to flush it and wait like 5 minutes. It's like on a weird timer. You'll lose your flushes. It sucks if you're in there and you're celly and the flushes are gone. He sits down and goes take a dump. You're like, damn, dog, you can't hold it, homeboy. Damn, you're blowing the spot up. So, yeah. Ate the honey bun, put the wrapper and try to flush it, no flushes. People are like, where'd the honey bun? Same dude walked the cell. When they walked in the cell to confront him, he was staring at the toilet. And they're like, dude, you took the fucking honey bun. You know, sorry, man. I mean, red-handed. There's the fucking wrapper. They go, all right. They go tell Trouble. I said, Trouble and I were drinking. What he did. Trouble's like, I'm gonna smash him. Come on, Spud, let's go down there. Went to the cell, walked in there, just took off on him. Started beating him. He ran out of the cell, ran over to the front door, the Lisa pod, and started pushing the button for the cops. Trouble just walked slow. I'll never forget it. I can see the image in my head to this day. I'm standing there watching. Trouble just walks nice and slow over to him. The dude's standing at the door, push a button. Trouble walks nice and slow, gets up to him, he goes, get your ass back in the cell. I'm not done with you yet. Dude's like, damn, the cops never came to get him, never said, hey, what do you want? He was pushing the button. There's a speaker right there. You push the button, the cops say, what do you want? They never did that. And he was pushing for Nathan and knocking. Now, here comes Trouble. Get your ass back in the cell. So dude hung his head low. I'm back in the cell. And we got a couple more punches in on him. I don't think Trouble wanted to hit him anymore. I just think he didn't want the dude to leave until Trouble dismissed him. Then finally he said, get your shit, get the fuck out of here, thief. Because no one likes a thief. Don't steal in jail or prison. Never. Just never. It's never a good look. One time I did, though. Front myself off. Kicking heroin like a motherfucker, though. Listen. It was a honey bun, too. Starving Marvin. And I had a cell. He was a paisa dude. Little dude. He's alright. I don't know. And he had a honey bun, and he'd been cutting little pieces off of it. And eating it. Now, he didn't eat the whole honey bun. He ate it. It took him like 5 different sittings to eat this honey bun. He cut little tiny slices. So he went to court. What do you think I did? Cut myself a slice. I was starving Marvin. One more little tiny slice. Before I know it, I had like 3 or 4 little slices. It was a chunk. I was like, damn. He came home. He went to get himself a slice. He noticed. And I'm just like, how was court? Anyway, I'm going to cut the string, let it fly. Peace. Hey, YouTube has been messing with me. Algorithm, I think, is jacked up. I'll tell you why they're messing with me. Look, I kind of did a dirty trick. Look, I did the Oildale video. I knew if I put Oildale Peckerwood 08, I just feel like that they would try to flag it. So I just put Oildale. And then I waited for it to be monetized, and I went back in, put Oildale Peckerwood 08. And then I think it pissed them off because they didn't really push the video that much. That's just my guess. I'm a layman. I'm a simple man, like I said. That's just my guess. Straight shot in the dark. I could be absolutely wrong. But be that as a man. Third thing I said is out the window. How about let me get 1,000 likes so we can show the algorithm who's boss. As soon as I see those 1,000 likes, I'm going to put that next video up. And I'm just going to go ahead and do towns a little bit more. I'm not sure what I do next. Cocoa County? Where are you guys at? San Fernando Valley? Talk to me, Point of View crew. How are we going to do this? I'm going to cut the string, let it fly. Peace.